And he throws this baseball, was it 96, 95, high 90s, 97, right in there?
He's low 90s.
Oh, my God, it's just unbelievable to watch. And I'm thinking to myself, if I were John Wetland and you wanted to ensure yourself a pretty good season, a game, early, a night game in April when it's cold, just toss one of those off a guy's sternum.
Oh, yeah, that'll get your attention.
And then, yeah, the rest of the season, you're in good shape. You got nothing to worry about then. Do you have anybody on the team that is difficult to manage? Maybe somebody you're fond of, but nonetheless difficult to manage.
On this ball club, believe it or not, not one player except one of the guys you had out here, now that I think about it. My backup catcher, Jimmy Leyritz. I mean, he's one end of the spectrum or the other. You know, he either drives me nuts or hits home runs to help us win ball games.
And how does he drive you nuts?
Well, because he likes to try to help me manage. You know, I'll pinch hit for him, and he'll just look at me like, you know, how long have you been in the game? What are you doing? And then, you know, I'll catch him, and then I talk to him about, why'd you throw that pitch? I'm tough. I used to be a former catcher, so I was a former catcher, so I always question things that about pitch selection, and he's not crazy about that.
The decisions to be made and second-guessed during a game of baseball seem virtually infinite. Is that about right? Yeah. Which pitch, where to put that pitch, whether to walk a guy, who to bat, where to place the fielders, on and on and on. And those circumstances changes with every toss of the ball, don't they?
Right. And early in the game and late in the game, even though the situation appears the same, it's different because you stay away from big innings early, and you'll give them 5 runs late just to keep them from getting 1.
It's fascinating to watch that unfold, and especially, you know, in the World Series when the whole thing is on the line like that. So what of this team will be back next year? Does everybody get to come back? Does everybody want to come back?
Well, with the world of free agency out there, and knowing that we just won the World Series and everybody's going to be looking for big salaries, I have to venture a guess that not everyone will be back.
Well, these guys here up in your team, they're getting big salaries now, aren't they?
A lot of them, and a lot of them aren't. Like Derek Jeter, you know, not getting paid a great deal of money. Yet. But the one thing about our club, even though we made a lot of money, and a lot of our salary, though, was on the disabled list this year also. You know, David Cohn, we missed him for a while.
Well, hell, I wasn't feeling well most of the season. Yeah, well, I ain't feeling that good now.
And you got paid just like they were getting paid, even though you were
I got paid.
But we hopefully, you know, hopefully we get most of them back, because I think we have a pretty good nucleus.
You know, it's so interesting about life, and many times in a person's life, you look back and you say, I mean, there's a chance, I guess, that you wouldn't have even been managing the Yankees this year, because didn't they offer you one position that you kind of turned down?
Well, they interviewed me for the general manager job.
And what did you say? You thought it over and decided?
No, I don't think they ever offered it to me. They interviewed me along with other people, including Bob Watson. And then all of a sudden, I get a call from Bob Watson about 2 weeks later to find out if I was interested in managing, which I was much more interested in managing, because you only have to work 7 months. You know, being a general manager, you have to work 13 months a year.
Yeah. It turned out very nicely, didn't it? And, you know, we had, I think, David Cohn, after he made his unbelievable comeback in Seattle. We had David Cohn on there. We had Doc Gooden. And, boy, what a contributor to the ball club this guy was.
That was great.
And I said to these guys then, I said, it would be so good for baseball to see the New York Yankees in the World Series. And, hell, you've won the damn thing. Congratulations, Joe. Nice job.